Hey people, Indrid here, 3v3, Katrin, Purification Plant, Blue Team. Goosy Goose, with a brother captain, a durable hero, walking through objects can be suppressed with powerful offense and support fighting in melee. Heretical color scheme and a heretical ally alongside some characters here that the game can't display. Just call him the Plague Champion. Starts off with the damage of a time bolt gun, can get to melee weapons, debilitates enemies and supports allies, can repair your stuff too. Rounding off the blue team is Orconero's Force Commander. Very strong offense, fighting in melee, a versatile frontliner that can tank and disrupt. We got some Blood Ravens. Red team, Chosen of Khorne, fiery as a Lord Commissar. Strong offense and support, fighting in melee, begins with a Refractor Shield. Alongside Gipoit with a Warboss, a melee hero, walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Death Skull's elite scheme here. And rounding off the teams, Exterminatus as a Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat by default. Great for harassing and capping. This is a bunch of stormtroopers running off. He took a bunch of damage but did some great work in melee there, the Warp Spider Exarch. Starts with like 20 odd melee DPS and a special attack. Well worth using him to tie things up, especially early on. The Warboss just crushed the skull of something. Heretics, I guess. The Plague Champion lost his Heretics. Got some more CSM on the way and should replace those Heretics too. 1-to-1 cap here very early on. Nobody's got that contested yet on the west side. Plague Champion taking a bunch of damage, needs to leave. More CSM in play though. Trying to focus down the Warboss a bit. Other fellas, I think here are okay, these CSM. Yep. Maybe he could have got another smack there, the Warboss, and taken a model. Maybe. Eldar overtaking the west side. Double Guardians in play. Into Howling Banshees for Exterminatus. But where are they? Oh, they were capping things. Double Stormtroopers. Oh, triple Stormtroopers for Goosy Goose. These guys getting their Sergeant. That impact grenade will be very helpful for dealing with Banshees as they approach. Walks with a bit of a flank maybe. No, they're going on power. Double CSM having a word, and the Plague Champion has replaced the Heretics. Warboss in amongst those guys, keep them off this power bash. I think they're going to get one gen at least, but here comes the brother captain. He's not happy. More gen down. Eldar rotated mid. Banshees on the prowl. Fleeting in, war shouting, got the aspect of fleetness. Using Fleet of Foot does reduce their damage quite significantly. I don't think they needed to use it there. It does really help them approach though, and they may go down actually. One hit point and the Banshee's white. It was a risky push there by Exterminatus. I wonder if he replaced those. What's Orconero up to on the east side, eh? Coming out of base, got a flamer. Contested power is going to turn red soon-ish. These guys building some buildable cover. I thought they were going multi-las turret there. Oh, these fellas aren't capping, look. Stormtroopers not capping the VP, there we go. Are they all with their sergeants now? Yes, they are. So it could be triple impact grenade on those poor Guardians. Shuriken on the way for Exterminatus. The Plague Champion got more Heretics, and we got Stormboys on the field for Gipoit. Replaced his sluggers too. Stormboys with power melee weapons, slicing and dicing their way through those CSM. Got down to one model. Can they jump again? They did not try to jump again. Warboss, of course, can massively buff and enhance melee builds with his globals and his war gear. Got angry bits at the moment, but it's kind of a selfish war gear for him. Could have got Boss Pole to beef up these guys a bit, but they seem to be doing fine. And that was a very orky charge into his own Orks. The good thing is about the angry bits, of course, is that you can charge in first, disrupt everything, open the way for your melee stuff to run in behind you. Oh, there is a multi-laser turret. And the Force Commander responds with Chain Sword and Storm Shield. And they changed this. There's a new version is out with tons and tons of changes. One of them is, I think they removed the 100 hit points bonus on the Force Commander's Chain Sword and Storm Shield, which is a shame. Nice little bonus for losing the sidearm, but I guess he still keeps the range damage resistance 20%, which is significant. Lord Commissar fighting some tactical marines, throws his shields up, gets a good special, and then flees. Does have a power sword, which is why I was trading quite well there, but not well enough. Carapace armor also is up. West side turning red, thanks to the shuriken cannon. Eldar applying pressure, and we see a Plague Sword, Plague Champion, which is an odd choice. And I guess it's not that odd if he's fighting the Orks. Not going to do great against the Eldar. They can easily just fleet and move away from him. Although these guys don't have their fleet yet. Aiming, what's that? Suppressing those CSM. There's some We Are the Hammer buffage going on. And does send them packing. Did they push a bit too much there? They didn't really get onto the power, did they? Maybe they were trying to and got caught in a bad spot. Operatives on the field now for Goosy Goose. Already have a full back plan, which gives them an incendiary grenade. And it's pretty effective. Oh, we have more Howling Banshees, don't it? I don't expect them to be replaced. Rangers on the way too. The Banshees that were lost had their aspect and everything. Okay, Plague Champions ready to roll against this melee. He's got Aspiring Champion Heretics. Mucus Discharge heal just went off. He had more Heretics, right? And they died. I think he's lost 2 squads of Heretics so far. 376 to 477. Storm Boys do have a decent chunk of XP, actually. What's going on the east side? That assault squad doing work. Lord Commissar, though, is chasing after him and messing him up really badly. Can he wipe him here? Does wipe them. As soon as I say they're doing good work, down they go. Aura of Discipline is in play now. Perhaps we'll see some Ogrins then. Now in amongst those tactical marines. He is a vicious little Lord Commissar at the moment. Force Commander's cleaving through some poor guardsmen. Back on the west side, big push again. Storm Boys in amongst the CSM, Heretics and the Plague Champion there to counter-initiate. Worth throwing the heal up for those CSM, but we didn't see it. Keeping it for himself, I guess. Sluggers are going to die on retreat, I believe. Plague Sword giving you some zombies on kill, which is very fun. Also, ignoring any melee resistance is a huge deal. Warboss gets knocked back. Angry Bits is active, but it needs to run. You know, angrily run away. Just yelling expletives as he jogs off there. Rangers with their long rifles, 354 to 477 as players think about their tier 2s. And a Warboss, sorry, Weird Boy on the way for the Warboss. Rangers being all sneaky-like. Grenade was for the Banshees. I don't think it hit them though. There's some Nurgle worship, providing health regen to the Plague Champion's army. Orconero just goes tier 2. Were you able to push here? Yep. Chosen of Khorne Fiery able to push on the power. These guys have their flare shell queued up for tier 2. Level 2 Force Commander here, using Defend to break suppression and just face tank that heavy bolter. They're able to just run up to it. Oh, and then runs. Maybe he thought he couldn't make it around that obstacle there in time. I feel like maybe he could have though. Scouts wiped. What happened to the scouts? I don't know. I mean, I see some dead scouts around. Were they on this side trying to do stuff? Oh, over there, look. They were trying to get a decap on the VP. And I think got caught by the Orks. Goosy Goose with a Rhino coming up in tier 2. Orconero with a Whirlwind. Does have a Plasma Cannon Dev Squad as well. Pretty effective against this gun line that the Lord Commissar has. They've got plasma guns in play. So they're going to trade quite well with the Tactical Marines, especially when they get the Commissar fella. If they get the Commissar fella. But we do have the Storm Shield, of course. No sign of Ogrins or anything. Back to the west side. Warboss level 2 on the power again. Taking down a node. Weird Boy there, providing some awesome support to these Orky fellas. Can chuck out some good damage as well with his big stompy thing, Foot of Gork. And his basic attack is not bad too, isn't it? Brother Captain's got a Nemesis Force Sword and Psychic Lash. Warboss is going to die. That's Mark of Zinch. Inferno Bolters there. 297 to 477 on the VPs. Not able to get the Chaos fellas in We Are the Hammer there. Zap goes into the Stormtroopers. They're not going to like that. They can reinforce off the Rhino though. Plague Champion trying to run down that weird boy who flees with Warpath. 285 to 477. Do we have squad leader here? Yep, there's that Nob leader for the Storm Boys. The Sluggers are dead. Through here. We saw that earlier, right? I forget. Howling Banshees get the aspect of fleetness so they can jump over stuff. And the Exarch will have mirror power swords, but Exterminatus has gone straight to tier 3. Fire Prism would do well here. Weird boy, you okay, buddy? He is not okay. Plague Champion getting some hits, but I think it was finished off by the CSM. Really good counter push by the blue team, eh? Some great work. Warboss still down there. Might be tricky to revive, although this fella can teleport, of course. He's got improved targeters for more range damage and more range, and the heavy gauge Death Spinner to shut down that Brother Captain mainly, but the Plague Champion's a melee problem now, isn't he? Bloodletters up for the Plague Champion. Bloodletters are going to take back their natural. Triple was in for the red team there for a while. Whirlwind able to disrupt things. Plasma Cannon. Break some pipes. And blue team are going to get a 2-1, I think. Right Lance is setting up here. Big threat to the Rhino. Needs to leave. Tank Buster Barrage almost got it down. Right Lance was scared off by stuff. Stormboy's jumping in and stunning the Brother Captain because the Nob Leader's a big fella. They are getting decimated by ranged fire though. And down they go. Psychic Lash doing some good work there. Mantle of Terror is in for reduced cooldown, some other bonuses, and battle rights for a heal. 2 on my side. Yep. Plague Champion's rotated east. 2v1 against the Lord Commissar. So does Gipoit push mid or assist? Tax kind of lucky not to drop a model there. More Assault Marines for Orconero. I mean, it is good against this gun line. Just got to be careful about the plasma guns and the Lord Commissar focusing them down a bit. Bloodletter's doing some work, eh? Teleporting demons with Hellblades that are power weapons. Terrifying proposition for these fellas to fight. They're getting low. I think they're going to be alright. Yeah, there's nothing really in their retreat path. Manticore strike from the Lord Commissar. Does it have the Storm Eagles? It does. Makes the rockets do more damage. Force Commander able to just hold up and annoy these guardsmen forever. Plasma Cannon gets an awesome hit. Can he finish him? I don't think he's able to get enough attacks in to finish him. And now we have an auto cannon. Good versus all targets with a small area of effect on impact. I hear the Banshees war shouting. Taking out the Plague Champion with the help of long rifles and guardians, I guess. Warp Spider Exarch was in there too, maybe heavy gauged him. So that was the assist. It was a decent assist. 186 to 405, and he didn't lose his power, Exterminatus, as well. If you get doubled and don't lose your power, you've done a decent job, I think. I mean, not losing your units is also bloody good as well, isn't it? Rhino, the anti-infantry loadout, needs to be very careful. Not sure what it's doing. Barely escapes. I thought it was just going to go directly backwards, but maybe it could have been that Goosy Goose was worried about the turn radius allowing the Manticore shots to land or something. So you can't always force this thing to reverse. 186 to 380. Weird Boy chasing, chucking through the tank busters, and they are able to get the kill. Well played. Gipoit using over there to chuck those fellas forward. Nice indeed. 2-1 cap. Still going on. Decent VP lead for the red team though, 180 or so. Red team will get a 2-1 now. Blue team need to hit back on this quickly. See a council up for Exterminatus. Tier 3 for Goosy Goose, the last player to go. Orconero may be looking towards Terminators pretty soon. Not sure what the Plague Champion has in mind, but he does have a nuke he can drop. So red team have the Western VP. There's a couple of multi-laser turrets. Are they even reaching it though? Barely reaching it. Goosy Goose asking if he dropped, which is an amazing question to be able to ask, because evidently not. Oh, he's confused that there's a turret. Maybe he thought he dropped into his own game against AI or something. I don't think that's how it works. If you drop, you just get disconnected and leave. Kashyyyk on the field for Chosen of Khorne Fiery. These guys can switch between various specialized weapons, good foot speed, and they cap faster too. I think they need their sergeant for that, but they start with some decent grenades also. They're a really nice squad to have around. Oh boy. Imperial Abyss just exploded some stuff. Guardsmen flee in terror. Massive fight brewing here. There's some battle rights going on. I love that the brother captain has very rarely used his abilities and buffs on his Chaos allies. There's hope for him yet. (136 to 367 on the VPs. Orks being chased, but they're nice and speedy because of Warpath, and a great unclean one on the way for the Plague Champion. That was his plan. Exterminatus with Fire Prism, and Orconero has got some Terminators with Cyclone Missile Launcher. Of course, Commander Belly able to make it out, but he's alright. Now these guys can turn and shoot. Got Storm Bolters and Power Fists, and now that thing. Inspire on kill. So they should be targeting the Banshees there to get the inspirations. I'm not sure if they were. West is still red. Plasma Cannon's over here now, so Orconero split. Just like Chosen of Khorne split as well, I guess, with these turrets. And the Kashyyyk here don't have a specialized weapon yet, but I mean, these hotshot las guns they have are pretty good. What is this? That was weird. Not sure what was going on there. Orconero, was he just trying to free up upkeep? Seems like the plasma cannon would have been oh, he was confused as well. Maybe he tried to target an enemy and it targeted ground instead, so it went moving. Because yeah, it would have been quite strange to intentionally kill your plasma cannon to free up population, but it's pretty damn useful on that side. CSM don't like the rockets, and they flee on the west side. We have some commandos with their rocket launcher knob leader, and this is a Watermer Razorback which may not survive the engagement. Looks like maybe it has. Why was that a rear armor hit? Got rear armor hit message there. Maybe it's just a stray bullet hit the rear armor. 64 to 367. Massive VP lead for the red team. They're still going. Over 300 VPs to make up for the blue. Got some Vanguard veterans now. In amongst some tank busters. That's a good fight for them. Looks like they're going for the Kashyyyk though. Kashyyyk out there. Another jump. And Banshees come running in, sprinting towards the Vanguard veterans. Just very excited to fight him, you know. See a council in there too. Also a really bad matchup for the Vanguard veterans. I'm not sure if they beat Banshees, but they do have like twice their hit points almost at level 1. Maybe they can tough it out, but they would not tough it out against a Seer Council. These guys providing a range damage resistance aura of 15%. they themselves benefit from it. It's got good range. Look, it's affecting those commandos down there. Down to 29 VPs. Ultima Razorback in a bad spot. Orks coming in from a good angle. Can they finish it? They can finish it. Big push by the red team. Fire Prism in play now. That front line of Banshees and Seer Council doing some work. CSM can't stand against it. Terminators can't stand against it. Force Commander can't do much. And Battle Cry, I suppose. Run on back here. Bloodlet is having a go. Not sure what their target was. Maybe there was Kashyyykin. Force Commander doing his best. But fighting the Seer Council with a Chainsword and Storm Shield is not going to work out great for him. It's rough. Chaos Predator on the field for the Plague Champion. He's got Mark of Nurgle with those stinky Nurgle autocannon shells and some damage over time bolters and a bunch of durability enhancements. Orbital caught his own Vanguard veterans in it, unless that was Goosy Goose. Maybe it was Goosy Goose actually. Almost wiped those Vanguard veterans of his ally, but did mess up some red team stuff for sure. 25 to 367 on the VPs. Hey champion, you okay bud? What are you up to? He looks confused. He wants to fight these guys, but the tank was in the way. Now he's happy to fight anyone. Is that the Kashyyykin? He made it out. Got their hell guns now. Removes all weapon cooldowns from the squad. 25 to 367 on the VPs. Terminators gets out with like half the hit points. Should they be run back to base now? Only got 25 VPs. That's a big decision to make. Great Unclean One is on the way. I guess the last one was cancelled. What is Orconero going to get? Land Raider? He's got to make a decision quickly, bud. Exterminatus with more Seer Council. What happened to him? Completely missed that. Anticore. Gonna go down. But I think they're gonna get the... Oh, they got a tank first. Fire Prism coming in clutch there. Plasma Cannon Dreadnought in play now. With Plasma Cannon and Twin Linked Heavy Bolter, I guess it would be. What's this guy doing? Looted tank having a look at stuff. Runs right up to... Well, drives right up to some Power Fists and gets away alright. Actually, this is a great target for the Plasma Cannon. Look at that. Double repairs coming in too, and a Foot of Gork and a Rocks. Gipoit does not like this Dreadnought. Great Unclean One now coming in. Greater Demon of Nurgle passively damages nearby allies, enemies even. And has a big fat melee attack. Yeah, he's going to struggle to catch a tank. But can vomit on those fellas. Fire Prism getting some good shots. Maybe it's time for the Seer Council to get their heavy melee spears. They're fighting it, but I don't see any spears coming in. I see an Eldritch Storm though. Dreadnought charges forward to avoid it. Banshee's getting wrecked by Terminators and stuff. Don't think the Dreadnought's going to make it out. Orconero does go for a Land Raider Redeemer. Big Champion pushing through the mid. Great and Clean One is still going, you know. Him and Russ getting shots on it. Can it make it away safely? Bunch of speed boosted Orks coming after it. There's a lot of rockets. And they get chucked in. I don't know if he can get away to here. I don't think he can get away. Where are the heretics? Very, very far away. No worship support. Brian Clean limps out with 78 hit points. But there's another warpath, and down it goes. Down to 25 VPs. The blue team just lost their Greater Demon. But there's a Land Raider Redeemer on the field, and it's coming to the west side. Got some Purgation for Goosy Goose. Conversion beam on the way for that fire prism, I imagine. And now this Leman Russ. There's the Land Raider. Allows the blue team to reinforce around it and retreat back to it. Its massive battlefield presence and support could make all the difference here. Can they get that Leman Russ down? Here come a bunch of quick, scary Eldar melee to get us purgation out of there. It just gets deleted. Oh, they made it out. They ran to the Land Raider, I guess. Leman Russ is still there and goes down. He should have got it out of there, surely. 25 to 324 on the VPs. This is the Plague Champion down. Orconero asking for repairs. Stormtroopers are going to try and do it. Level 4 Stormtroopers with Plasma Gun. Both of them. Fire Prism is here. Can they out-repair a Fire Prism? I don't know if they can. Tacks are there to put damage on it. Level 4 tacks with Missile Launcher. Some battle rights there. Holding on to those 25 VPs. Here come a bunch of Orks with rocket launchers and stuff. There's the barrage, and there's a nuke. Down goes the Land Raider. Also, an Eldritch Storm got chucked in, but it wasn't needed in the end. Look at that nuke, though. Imperial Abyss from the Plague Champion. Some Loyalist Terminators got stuck in it, but they were able to teleport out there. Messy, messy fights. Power Core Warboss just slays the Brother Captain there. Level 4. Vanguard Veterans jumping into a dicey spot. There's Seer Council there, a Warboss there, Sluggers there. Wonder why I got late game Sluggers here, Gipoit. There's nothing to repair support on his army. It's tier 3 and he got Sluggers and not Knobs. Down goes the Warboss, he got nuked. Blue team holding on to this VP. After heavy losses, they're still going. Stormtroopers having to flee. There's an impact grenade. Auto cannon is quite painful here, I imagine. All three of them level 4. Goosy Goose. Is he going to drop some paladins in? Red team through onto blue team's natural. That gives them the 2-1 soon. Should have done that a lot earlier, maybe. Pushing through the mid a bit more. Just a bit more. I think Gipoit could have done it quite well. With his rampaging Orks. Okay, they couldn't quite grab it, so there's no 2-1. There's some burner bomb into Love the Daka, and we do have paladins in for Goosy Goose. These guys unique to the Brother Captain, with big old Nemesis Demon Hammers doing heavy melee damage. Bucket of hit points, 5,400 hit points on these guys. Not easy to deal with. Heavy gauge can stun them, I guess. The Warboss can use Cyborg implants to stun them as well, maybe. Or we'll just get some knobs and hit them in the face. Lord Commissar gets to revive. Is that going to level you? Yeah, he levels to 5. Warboss back to his feet. Promptly runs away. There's that battle rights here. Oh, there's quite a lot of heresy in that one there, Brother Captain. Level 5 Plague Champion goes in, has Armor of Pestilence. Might be worth getting that fist up, buddy, because it helps you cap a lot. Level 6 Brother Captain. Done well, though, Brother Captain. Doesn't have a fancy weapon, but he's chose his targets well, I think. Paladins with the big old incinerator. And those guardsmen didn't like it at all. Not sure what these sluggers are doing. No upgrades. Just got some sluggers up. And they're going to die. I imagine he meant for them to die there. Fire Prism went down. Look at this. Sneaky commandos with their fast capping going through the mid. But blue team are holding on. Exterminatus is Seer Council flee. Do you D-cannon here? I think you D-cannon here. Try to get an early singularity in before these paladins close in for melee. Now have a Sacred Standard Force Commander. Another thing that got nerfed in the new update. This now gives less of a damage buff. I think it's 5% less. Paladins are up there. Buffed by We Are the Hammer. And a rocket run. Oh, that's going to wipe those triple stormtroopers, isn't it? One fella survived. Wait, what? Looks like a heretic. Who is that guy? That's what the sergeant looks like? Why is he wearing a dress? That's a heretic. Very confused. No, it's not a heretic. It's just what it looks like. Have I never noticed that before? Why is he wearing a heretic gown? I don't trust this Ordo Malleus army. There's those paladins, eh? What do you do about that, fellas? Flash gits, knobs, D-cannons, dark creepers. Got 2 heroes down, the red team, which isn't great. It's a big loss of power when 2 of your heroes are down in your team. Can Exterminatus get to him? Maybe. Everyone needs to push, though. Nob squad it is on the way for Gipoit. Chosen of Khorne with an Oberyn squad. Nothing yet for Exterminatus. They need some more requisition to get something fancy. Orconero, though, with a new Land Raider. And we got double Havocs up. One with Las Cannon, one with Heavy Bolter for the Plague Champion. That's for the Emperor on those Vanguard veterans there. Global buff from the Force Commander, giving them more damage output. And they wrecked those Seer Council, didn't they? Heavy gauge on the Force Commander, trying to finish him off here with a jump. Couldn't quite jump right. Those Rangers there to protect them in a way. Foot of Gork. Noxious Cloud. Maybe a dead Weird Boy. He's alright. He's alright. How many Weird Boys have there been? Is that the second one or the... One died, right? I'm pretty sure one of them died. Good at remembering things. They're decent rocks to stop the cap there. What knocked over you fellas? They're running back to the Noble Shrine, quite a lot of heresy. Oh, Manticore down. Who? Oh, those missile launcher attacks, I suppose. Blue team take the west side back. 25-186. Exterminatus does go for Dark Creepers. Going to be very helpful against the Paladins and the Terminators. Terminators have done well, as they often do. No sergeant for the attacks, eh? What is this? Power bashing tank busters. Orconero asking if they need something for detection, because the Rangers can make stuff all infiltrated and that. The Seer Council have their fancy spears, and they'll be trying to target that Land Raider, I imagine. Nob squad is up as well. Elite tier 3 infantry can crush anything in the game with support and buffs and upgrades, and they're going after the Paladins. And yes, use your choppers. Manticore strike on a Land Raider, is it? Maybe. Looks like we have some Bullgrins over there using the use your shields, and they're going on the Land Raider. Meanwhile, Nob squads are they're decapping. They're not fighting. There's the decap. They took huge amounts of damage doing that. Would have been better maybe just to fight. Seer Council sure are fighting. Heretics coming in to help the Terminators. And then they flee. I think if the Nob squad comes in alongside the Seer Council, with the Seer Council buffing them with the aura and Warboss buffs and stuff, maybe alongside the Warboss if he was up, that's going to be difficult to stop. They could focus down the Paladins and kill them quite fast. Down to 10 VPs, the blue team. Another Chaos Pred for the Plague Champion, and it's getting Mark of Noggle again. Hey, a Primaris Psyker for Chosen of Khorne Fiery. And use the Strip Soul thing to mess with the Paladins. Oh, we got some Grey Knight Terminators now too. Goosy Goose saying there's a gate. Looks like they know exactly where it is. And they can take it out. You do get red for a gate as well, don't you? 12 red, it's not bad. Not bad at all. Nob squads. Oh, they don't have their nob leader yet. Not sure why. I guess Gipoit wants another unit on the field first. Wants some numbers. Goosy Goose got some more operatives to help spot sneaky Eldar things. Because yeah, that would be terrifying if they get Bullgrins and Nobs and a Seer Council in the hollow field infiltration and run in. That's not what we got. We just got a big brute force push here. 10 to 101 is the telekinetic dome from the Psyker. Where is he though? Back there. Provide some defensive bonuses and melee skill. 2 to 1 still going. Down to 10 VPs though. What is this? That's Seer Council and some other Eldar fellas going for the VP, and the Seer Council white kept them in there too long. Grey Knight Terminator is doing huge amounts of work with Sacred Standard buffs. That was scary. Still going here though. Nob squad with huge choppers. Dying a bunch and running. Force Commander level 10. 10 to 87 now. Blue team are going to get their natural back. There's an Eldritch. But is there anything here to follow up? No. There's fire dragons there, but they're kind of far. Primaris Psyker meleeing these guys, apparently. This is melee DPS. I bet it's higher than a Bloody Plague Champion. Chaos Spread on the way again. Did he ever get the fist? No fist for this guy. Double now for blue. Can they get a triple? Look at this. Operatives. Triple cap is in. Are the red team broken? Look at their rosters. Their armies are beleaguered. We've got some more Terminators now for Orconero. Yeah, that's the Paladins, Grey Knight Terminator is double Terminators and a Land Raider Redeemer. Not even counting any of the Chaos stuff. Very difficult nut to crack there. Bullgrin's doing what they can. Getting the Vanguard out of there. I don't even know if they can get to the west side in time. GG. Had a triple at the end, and the blue team hold on, and they do it. Let's look at these heroes. Level 9 Brother Captain. Level 8 Plague Champion. Level 10 Force Commander. They use their heroes very well on the blue team. Level 5 Lord Commissar had the Fist of Brockus. The Warboss started off really strong, but he seemed to be down for a while there, which affected them a lot. And a level 5 Warp Spider Exarch. There you have it, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see ya next time.